All I can think about is that I may not be able to have Daddy much longer.
They don't know. I mean, they can't predict things like that. He could be alive for years.
But nobody's saying that. And I wish the doctors believed that. I wish Daddy did. It's so hard for him. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to know when I was dying, before I died. Do you know?
I'm sorry, darling.
I mean, he thinks I should take over and run Capital Enterprises. He thinks I can run it.
Well, you can't. Eden, you can do whatever you want.
It's scary.
Well, there's nothing to be scared of. You just have to start doing the things you need to do, and it'll be okay.
You have too much faith in me.
Would you have it any other way?
What about us? A businesswoman, a police inspector. I mean, when do we find time for each other?
We'll deal with that. We'll find a way.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Will you hold me?
Baby, please don't worry. There's nothing to worry about, so just don't worry.
I'm sorry. Hello.
May I speak to Eden, please?
This is she.
Eden, this is Mary Duval.
Oh, hi.
You said I could call you.
Yeah. Yeah, so what's the matter?
I can't talk now. I'm sorry.
Mary? Mary, are you there?
Hi.
Hi.
Picked up some stuff at the store.
That was strange.
Well, I'm very glad that you felt comfortable enough with me that you could come over here without knocking in it. You're limping. Are you sure you're all right here? Get all the way over here. Are you okay? CC, listen, if you're upset about my dropping off that videotape, I'm really sorry. I kind of thought that you'd want to see something of Sophia when she was an actress. Since you're so close again now, I thought it only right that you have it. I've had it so long.
So, it was you. Where'd you get it?
Well, I've had it for some time. I played it for Eden once. I should have sent it over then. I'm sorry I didn't.
It's been you and Sophia all along. Two of you together behind my back ever since she came home.
Cece, I don't know where you're getting your information.
I wish
you
to
can rest
heaven
assured
that you had been given that message, Sophia's message. I wish they'd given it to you instead of Channing the day he was killed. Because it would have been you that would have died. You should have died. And Sophia should have killed you. And she'd be going to prison right now for your murder.
Cece, after our little meeting the other day, I kind of thought that some things would be relegated to the past.
Well, I think now I'm going to have to make things balance out.
What are you talking about?
I'll show you.
Wait, just hang on. Now, you may be a dying man, but that doesn't give you the right to come
It seems like everybody knows what my physical condition is. I should have guessed that Sophia would run to you about it.
She didn't. I don't know what you think you're going to do with that. But what good could possibly come out of killing me?
To keep you from seeing Sophia ever again?
What are you talking about? I don't see her. The only time I ever run into her is accidentally. It's been over between us for a long time now.
I don't believe you, Lyle. But you aren't going to have Sophia anymore, and you're not going to have Brandon either.
Brandon?
You heard me. You're not going to have either of them.
What have I got to do with Brandon?
Cece! Cece! No, don't do it, please.
Stay away from me, Sophia. It's too late. It's too late for both of you. Take one last look at your lover.
You know, if she had to hang up, she probably won't answer now.
I have to try. I want to know what.
I'm glad you two are here.
Why? What's wrong?
It's your father. I think he went to the Lockridges. He has his gun and it's loaded.
What?
Well, terrible things were said this afternoon, and I think it was too much for him.
Are you
I'm
sure
afraid of what he
went
might
to
do.
the Lockridges? Are you sure about that?
No, I'm not sure, but he's furious with Lionel. Sophia followed him.
Maybe we better get over there.
Well, what happened?
I can't tell you now. I'm gonna go over there now.
What could have happened?
Come on, let's go.
My stepdad was gun crazy. Thought everyone should have one.
Why?
I don't know, that's just the way he was.
Christy, there is a better way than violence. Better than guns, rape, threatening people.
Yeah.
Christy, you just gotta let me help you here, okay? But you gotta trust me, okay? Now look, we can get the whole family on your side. All right? I mean, we can all be your friends. You just have to let us.
Look, I lived in your house. Your family never made me feel like one of them.
But didn't I?
Yeah, you tried. And I trusted you once.
Well, now how did I let you down?
Well, I guess I needed you too much. That was my problem, not yours. Ted, I fell in love with you. I never felt that way about anybody before. You weren't interested.
No, Christy, I am. I'm interested in being your friend.
Forget it, it doesn't matter.
Now, don't shut me out like that. It does matter, Christy.
Ted, all my life, as far back as I can remember, I've tried to find someone to take care of me. It's so stupid. Why can't I just take care of myself?
Well, now, what's wrong with needing some help? You think I don't? Come on, Christy, I've told you about all the messes I've had been bailed out of.
All I know is that I'm tired of always running away and trying to leave myself on someone else's doorstep. I think that's what Mary was doing when she joined the convent. You know, it's just looking for a way out. An excuse. An escape, you know? And that's probably why I went out with all the guys I did. I was hoping one of them would fall for me and take care of me for the rest of my life. Stupid.
No, it is not stupid. Christy, you just weren't very lucky. I mean, if you'd found the right guy, I'm sure you...
No, don't you see? I can't keep depending on other people. I gotta learn how to take care of myself.
No, Christy, wait a minute.
No, it's the only way, because when it comes down to it, you are the only one that you can trust.
But I don't exactly believe that.
Well, I do. And that's why I made up my mind about the guy who raped me.
What do you mean you made up your mind?
I mean, I know what I have to do the next time he comes near me.
Keep staring at me. Quit it.
Why does that make you nervous?
What do you keep staring at me for? What are you thinking about when you look at me like that?
I'm remembering.
Remember?
I'm remembering that time that you hit me. And then you were real nice to me afterwards. Really nice, but you hit me first.
Forget it. We agreed we weren't going to bring that up again. You know how sorry I was?
Yeah, afterwards. But I can't help wondering, did you ever hit Christy like that?
No. I never touched her. So, you feeling better?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was worried about you. I brought you some apple juice, some vitamin C. I thought it'd be good for you in case you were coming down with something, you know? You want some juice now?
No, thanks.
Oh, what's new, Steve? You know, I already got a couple of job offers. I think people like someone who's hard on crime. He's got a hard-nosed attitude towards crime. I'm not worried about losing my job as assistant TA anymore. Hell, I'm gonna come out even better than before. Made a lot of contacts there. Made some good friends, too. Will you stop what I told you before to quit staring at me?
Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Crazy!
Why?
Because I hate being stared at!
I remember how you were that day, and how you touched me, and how you looked at me. And you did that again this afternoon.
Did what? What are you backing away from me? What, you don't want to be anywhere near me?
No, I don't!
So tired of hearing it. Stay away. Don't touch me. What makes all of you so scared? First you, then her. You both...
What? Who? What do you mean? Christy, too? Did she ever say, stay away from me?
No. I swear.
I've known it for days. I've known it, and I've been too scared to face it. You were the one who raped Christy, weren't you? Weren't you?
It wasn't. I didn't do it.
You're lying.
No, you got it wrong.
Oh, God. It was you all along that she was afraid of. I kept seeing it on her face, and I couldn't put it together. I just couldn't figure it out. And then you forced her. You forced all of us to accuse Ted, and you knew he was innocent.
You stop blaming me.
Every lie that you're saying is making
What do you mean,
worse.
lie?
Your whole life has been lies. Just one blending into another one. Maybe you don't know the difference between truth and lies. Steve, you're sick.
Huh?
You need help.
No!
Can you face the truth? Do you dare? Do you have the strength to face the truth? You know it takes a lot of courage.
All right.
Thank God.
But I'm not sick. That's not the reason. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself. It's all your fault.
What?
If you'd returned the affection I felt for you, everything would have been all right. But you went away, and who did I have left to turn to but Christy? I'm so sorry. I never meant for it to happen. I would give it anything in the world if it hadn't. I lost my head, that's all.
Stay away from me.
Oh, don't say that. You and my mother always look down on me, and Dad, and Christy. I don't deserve that.
You know why I went into the convent? It was because I was afraid of you. I know that now.
If you'd have stayed, none of this would have happened to Christy.
No! Don't you blame this on me! This was all you! Oh, God. Oh, God!
No, Mary.
Oh, God, no!
No.
No!
No, you can't go. I can't let you leave now.
Ted, you gotta get out of here. You've been here too long.
Wait a minute, Christy, come on, look, wait a minute here. Now, you're talking tough now, but I think you need someone now more than you ever did.
Don't worry about me.
Look, Christy, come on now. This guy has been after you for 4 years now, terrorizing the heck out of you. Now, I want you to be truthful with me here, okay? Now, did this guy come to the court with you? Was he there?
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah, he wanted to be sure I didn't talk.
Christy, this guy has been haunting you.
Oh, he still is.
Well, you can't put up with that. I mean, it'll never end.
That's why I got to do what I'm gonna do. But you have to leave right now. Ted, he said he was gonna kill you if I didn't put you away. And now that I haven't, he's really angry.
Look, I don't care about this guy's threats to me, okay, Chris? I'm not gonna leave you alone.
He meant it. And he can do it.
Well, all right, all the more reason why we have to put him away once and for all right? Now listen to me, Christy, you gotta do what I'm telling you. Okay, you gotta call the police and you have to just tell them the name, all right? Are you hearing me? Look, we'll do this together, okay? Now come on, once you've done this whole thing, this whole nightmare will be over for you. No more pain, no more suffering, no more anything. Now, doesn't that make sense? Huh? Now, come on. Now, come on, look. I'll call the emergency number so we can get the police over here right away, all right?
Yeah, but then what?
And then when they're over here, you tell them who really did it, okay? Come on. Christy? Come on.
Cece, don't have my baby.
Put the gun down, Cece. I'm just going to do what you intended to do the day Channing was killed.
I just wanted to frighten him, not hurt him, Cece.
Well, I've got a stronger resolve. Do you remember what I told you?
No, what?
About your trial? About your trial, that you would need my influence and my testimony. Otherwise, you may very well go to jail for Channing's murder.
Put the gun down, Cece.
Well, you belong in prison.
What are you talking about?
It's too late for you to find out, because your future is used up.
Daddy, no!
They are, Cece!
No, Cece, please,
They are.
Daddy, please
Don't just
don't.
let Christy. See, Mrs. give me the gun.
This man should have been killed a long time ago, because he deserves to die. Damn it. I can't do it.
Daddy! Daddy!
this, Mr. C.
We need to get into a hospital immediately.
The ambulance is coming right now.
You have to go somewhere where they can take care of you.
Why
Cece.
did he try to kill me? What is this all about?
It doesn't matter now. Please just help us.
Don't you touch me!
He says that his arm is numb and he can't move.
I'm all right.
Daddy.
You'll be a lot better when we get you into the hospital.
I'm not gonna go to a hospital. I want to go home. If I'm gonna die, I want to die in my home.
Daddy.
He didn't make him take me home.
You gotta go to a hospital.
No, honey, I'm counting on you. Only you. Now make him take me back to the house.
Are you sure?
Yes. It's a house my grandfather built. It's where I was born. Honey, make him take me back there.
Okay, all right. He's going home.
You have to go to a hospital where you can get treated properly.
He wants to go home. That's where we're gonna take him.
Very well, but I can't be responsible for what may happen.
That's fine. I will.
Thank you, honey.
It's okay, Daddy. You're gonna be all right. We'll take care of you when you get home.
You take care of everything.
I will. I will. Don't worry.
No, I can't.
Why not, Christy?
Because you don't know what you're asking me to do. You don't know who he is or what he is. Nothing can stop him, and turning him into the police would only make things worse.
Now that is ridiculous. How else are you gonna stop the guy?
I should have done this a long time ago. It's all my fault. I should have done it when I first had the chance.
Don't blame yourself, all right? Come on, you were too young then. You couldn't have known what else to do.
I still don't, Ted. Not really.
Now,
If you do anything to me.
I just want to talk to you. To see if I can explain it to you so that you'll understand. Don't you at least owe it to me to listen to what I have to say?
There's nothing you can say that's going to make me
You don't know
understand.
that till you've heard it. Now, please. I won't hurt you.
Go ahead.
I hate that look of fear in your eyes. Fear of me. All people.
I have good reason to be afraid of you. And I'm afraid for you, too. Oh, poor Christy.
She shouldn't be afraid. I was good to her, Mary. I saved her from my dad beating up on her I don't know how many times. I always treated her with respect.
You raped her! Is that your idea of respect?
Screaming at that again! The only reason it happened is because she said such bad things to me. You know how she can be. I was trying to help her. That's all I ever wanted to do was to love her and help her, but she didn't want any part of my help. She said she wanted me out of her life. She didn't want to see me again. I lost my temper, Mary. I went a little crazy, I guess.
How did you get her to name Ted instead of you? What kind of threats did you use? You could have ruined two people's lives.
I know. I did everything wrong.
You've got to turn yourself into the police.
No, Mary. I can't do that. I've got a career, a future to think of. Besides, everything's going to be okay. I promise. Chrissy's all right. Ted's off the hook. Nobody's been hurt.
Christy's been hurt. She's scared. What you did is going to be with her for the rest of her life.
No, I won't. No, she'll be okay. She'll get better. You see. She'll just come back to me. I'll never cause her any problems ever again. I just want to be with her. That's all.
Steve, you need help.
Don't keep saying that to me.
I won't. You stay away from Christy. I swear to you, if you ever touch her again.
I get that. Might be from Christy. Yeah.
Steve? This is Ted Capwell.
Oh, yeah. What's up?
Listen, man, I'm over at your mom's house right now with Christy.
You found her?
Yeah, but listen, man, she's in danger here. I think she's in big trouble with the guy who raped her, okay?
You might be able to help her out somehow. I don't know, I tried to call the police, but she's too scared.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. But listen, I wouldn't mention that you spoke to me about it, okay? I mean, after all, she ran away from us, you know.
All right, well, look, you're gonna come over here right away, right?
Yeah, you just sit tight. Thanks for calling. That was Cruz. You found her.
Where is she? I'm going to her.
Of course.
And I'm going to call the police.
No.
Non, parce que j'ai un peu d'amour propre. Laisse-moi me livrer moi-même. Ne les appelle pas.
Tu vas te livrer?
Ah oui. Oui. Je dois payer pour ça.
Non. Non, à présent, je ne te crois plus. Tu m'as trop menti.
Tu ferais ça à ton frère?
S'il le faut. Tais-toi! Non, je t'en prie, ne lui fais pas de mal, je t'en supplie. Laisse-la tranquille, laisse-la! Non! Oh, Seigneur!
Tais-toi!
Pitié!
Je m'occuperai de Christy après. Ce qu'il faut faire d'abord, c'est la sauver de Ted Capwell. Elle est avec lui. Il est chez ta mère. Chez ta mère, avec elle, j'aurais dû y penser. Au fait, c'est Capwell qui vient de téléphoner. À cause. Il a bien fait de m'appeler. Je vais prendre ta voiture. Parce que je crois bien que je vais surprendre Ted en train de la violenter. Je serai obligé de le tuer. Je m'occuperai de toi après.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Oh, c'est mes poupées.
Ah oui?
Je m'amusais tout le temps avec elles. Une pour chaque membre de la famille.
Tu blagues?
Alors ça, c'est ma mère. Mon beau-père.
Oui?
Et je les faisais parler comme ils parlaient dans la vie.
Ah oui.
Oui, quand mon beau-père rentrait de son boulot, il avait une voix méchante. Il parlait fort. Et il disait... Bourré à mort encore, Teda. Tu t'es saoulé comme toujours. Et elle lui répondait... Ça te regarde pas si je bois. Et je continuerai si ça me fait plaisir. Alors il disait... Peut-être que je peux t'apprendre à rester sobre. Et il la cognait.
Il était brutal.
Les murs sont si minces. J'étais dans mon lit à écouter la bagarre. Et il y avait des moments où j'avais vraiment une peur affreuse de les voir finir par s'entretuer. Et celle-là, c'est moi et Marie. Marie, c'est la plus belle, bien sûr.
Oh, non.
Je t'assomme, hein.
Non, 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 pas du tout.
Je dois te donner l'impression d'avoir eu une enfance épouvantable, mais je me rappelle aussi des tas de moments heureux avant la mort de papa.
Tu avais quel âge?
10 ans. Je l'aimais tellement.
Tu as eu des problèmes après sa mort, c'est ça?
Oui. Mais tout le monde a des problèmes, non? En fait, c'est pas rare les gens qui ont eu une enfance malheureuse, hein?
Non, mais ça doit pas durer toute la vie. Dis donc, tu avais aussi une poupée pour ton beau-frère.
Steve?
Oui, Steve. Tu en avais pas une pour lui?
Si, bien sûr, mais je veux pas la voir, je la déteste.
Mais enfin, j'ai le droit de savoir pourquoi Channing voulait faire un carton sur moi. Je ne sais pas qui d'entre vous me le dira, mais je ne partirai pas avant. Dis-moi ce qui s'est passé, Sophia.
Je crois que ce n'est pas le moment. Il est malade, il a besoin de calme. Alors s'il vous plaît, partez, Lionel. Il va monter se reposer. Va-t'en. S'il te plaît, va-t'en.
Alors, appelle-moi et raconte-moi tout ce qui s'est passé.
Oui, peut-être, on verra.
Il faut que je reste encore un moment.
Channing, vous devriez être au lit.
Je me sens un peu mieux. Je ne veux pas être isolé dans ma chambre là-haut.
Dites, je vous ai permis de rester chez vous, mais cette fois, vous allez quand même trop loin. Écoutez-moi, je suis votre médecin. Vous êtes en danger, vous ne voyez pas?
Ça m'est égal. Je veux rester dans l'atrium.
Et on pourrait peut-être l'installer ici et on fera apporter le matériel dont il a besoin, comme dans un hôpital.
Très bien, mais je suis très inquiet pour lui. Et je veux qu'il ait une infirmière jour et nuit.
Bien sûr, envoyez-nous les meilleurs.
Entendu, je m'en occupe. Channing, vous aurez en permanence une infirmière spécialisée et moi je suis toujours disponible. Et vous savez que je préférerais de beaucoup pouvoir le soigner à l'hôpital.
Oui, je sais.
Docteur, je serai beaucoup mieux chez moi et merci d'être venu.
Ce que je lui ai donné a l'air de lui faire du bien. Eden, appelez-moi au moindre problème.
Entendu. Soyez tranquille, je penserai à tout. Ça va, papa? Tu es bien comme ça?
Oui, ça va. Merci.
Est-ce qu'on peut faire quelque chose pour vous?
Oui, j'aimerais voir Ted et Kelly.
Ils ne sont pas là pour le moment, je ne sais pas où ils sont.
Alors, dès qu'ils
Mais
seront
on va les
rentrés...
trouver, on va les trouver.
Chérie, je veux te parler à toi seul.
Très bien.
Tous les autres, laissez-nous.
On s'en va.
Papa, tu devrais dormir un peu. On pourra parler plus tard.
Non, il faut que je te dise quelque chose et je n'ai pas beaucoup de temps, je le sens.
Oh, papa, ne dis pas ça. Tu vas te rétablir. J'en suis certaine. Et puis, je vais me marier. Il faut que tu me donnes le bras.
Ah. Oui, j'en serais enchanté. J'aimerais tellement te voir marié. Tu sais, quoi qu'il puisse m'arriver, je ne veux pas que tu changes tes projets, surtout pas la date du mariage.
Mais papa, tu assisteras à mon mariage. Tu verras, c'est toi qui vas tout organiser. Mais d'abord, il faut bien te soigner, comme à l'hôpital. Je ne veux pas risquer de te perdre, tu comprends?
Oui, mais quelquefois on n'y peut rien. Je veux te dire quelque chose.
Quoi donc?
Je n'ai plus confiance en Sophia à présent.
Tu te méfies de maman? Mais qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
Elle m'a menti pendant des années. Elle nous a menti à tous.
Oh non, je peux pas le croire.
Je t'assure, Channing n'est pas mon fils. C'est le fils de Lionel.
Quoi? Non.
Si, elle nous a menti à tous. Durant toutes ces années, on a tous été abusés. Elle nous a tous trahis.
Channing n'est pas mon frère.
Je voulais que tu le saches s'il le fallait. J'ai besoin de dormir. Je n'ai plus confiance. Méfie-toi d'elle, ma chérie. C'est dur parce que c'est ta mère, mais n'aie confiance en personne. Sauf Cruz, bien entendu. Maintenant, fais partir tout le monde. Je voudrais dormir. Je suis très fatigué.
Bien sûr, papa. Tu dois être épuisé. Mais tu es tellement fort.
On verra.
Essaie de dormir. Je ne serai pas loin si tu as besoin de moi.
Je la déteste. Elle m'a trompé. Je la déteste. Je ne lui pardonnerai jamais, ni à Mason, ni à Gina.
Calme-toi. Calme-toi, papa. C'est d'accord, je ferai tout ce que tu m'as dit. C'est promis.
Ah, ma chérie. Tu es ma fierté sur cette terre. Haïti est ce que j'ai de plus cher au monde, avec Ted et Kelly.
Papa. Papa. Il s'est assoupi. Eden, j'aimerais bien te parler. Je ne veux pas te parler. Je veux parler à Cruz.
Je comprends, chérie, je sais pas quoi. C'est affreux.
Il avait l'air si désespéré. Jamais je l'avais vu accablé à ce point. Cette nouvelle à propos de Channing, ça l'a assommé. À présent, je sais plus quoi faire.
Je crois qu'avant tout, tu dois aller parler à ta mère et lui donner l'occasion de s'expliquer.
Non, elle lui a menti pendant des années, et probablement depuis le premier jour. S'il a raison, je ne pourrai jamais pardonner à ma mère ce qu'elle lui a fait. Je voudrais bien que Ted et Kelly arrivent.
Ouais, on fait tout ce qu'on peut pour les trouver. Peut-être que tu pourrais rappeler Marie Duval. Peut-être qu'elle pourrait te parler.
Ah, je l'avais oublié. On va le faire tout de suite. Tu veux l'appeler pour moi?
Ah oui, bien sûr.
Merci.
Ne bouge pas. Allô? Marie, vous êtes là? Ah, il y a quelque chose de bizarre. On a décroché, mais personne. Allô? Bon, je vais aller faire un saut, voir ce qu'il y a.
Bonsoir. Je m'appelle Baker, le docteur Beadles.
Oui, oui, entrez, mademoiselle. Mon père s'est assoupi pour l'instant, mais mettez votre manteau dans ce placard. Il faut que je vous laisse, mais je suis Eden, la fille de Monsieur Capwell.
Oui, je m'en doutais d'après ce que m'avait dit le docteur. Bon, je vais m'occuper de tout, mademoiselle Capwell.
Vous savez quel remède il doit prendre, les intervalles, les doses et tout ce qu'il faut faire à mon père?
Oh oui, le docteur m'a déjà mise au courant.
J'aimerais aller avec toi, mais ce ne serait pas prudent.
Non, non, bien sûr, bien sûr. Je t'appelle pour te dire ce qui s'est passé. Alors, prends bien soin de lui et surtout n'aie pas peur.
Je te raccompagne.
Bonjour.
Madame.
Vous vous appelez?
Je m'appelle Baker. Charlotte Baker.
Moi, je suis Madame Capwell. Je voudrais être seule un moment avec mon mari. Voulez-vous aller préparer du thé?
Du thé? Mais je ne dois pas quitter Monsieur Capwell.
Je suis sa femme et je resterai près de lui. Elle a cuisiné de ce côté. Merci.
J'aurais jamais plus envie de revoir ça. J'en sais rien, j'ai changé. Peut-être que j'ai mûri. Je vois les choses autrement, il me semble.
Je crois que moi aussi j'ai mûri ces temps-ci.
Je t'en ai raconté plus sur moi que j'en ai jamais dit à personne.
Tu te sens mieux?
Oui. Beaucoup mieux.
Je suis sûr que tout va s'arranger.
Je pense que, avec Laken, vous vous faites confiance tous les deux. Et puis vous vous aimez.
Oui. On a d'abord été amis et c'était la meilleure façon.
Il faut que j'essaye, moi. J'ai pris les choses autrement.
Écoute, il y a une chose qui me tracasse pour le moment.
Une seule? T'en as de la veine.
Voilà. Quel que soit le type qui te persécute, comme tu me l'as dit, Pourquoi est-ce que tu es obligée de le revoir? Et pourquoi tu es la seule à pouvoir régler la question avec lui?
Parce que si je ne fais rien, je sais qu'il ne s'arrêtera jamais. Il ne me lâchera jamais. Il sera toujours derrière moi.
Oui, mais si tu emploies la violence, par représailles, ça ne résoudra rien. Tu ne t'en débarrasseras pas. Mais au contraire, il restera dans ton esprit et il t'obsédera jour et nuit. Au fond de ta conscience.
Ted, il faut que je règle ça à ma façon. Il le faut.
Mon testament, les papiers de divorce.
Dehors, c'est un cauchemar.
Mais pourquoi tu es là, toi? Oui, Eden.
Eden est dans sa chambre. Je peux quelque chose pour toi?
Il faut que je signe les papiers que Jack Lee m'a apportés.
Je vais te les chercher.
J'ai pas besoin de toi.
Mais il n'y a que moi ici pour le moment.
Je vais les chercher moi-même. Il faut que j'aille au bureau.
Mais non, ça me fait plaisir d'y aller pour toi. Dis-moi où ils sont.
Non, non.
Oh, tu ne dois pas marcher, Channing. Le docteur a dit que tu restes allongé. Tu es trop fatigué aujourd'hui.
Non, non, laisse-moi tranquille, je peux y aller. Ah, j'y arriverai jamais.
Je vais te les chercher. Dis-moi où ils sont, c'est tout.
Ils sont posés sur mon sous-main dans le bureau. Je dois les signer. Apporte-les-moi, vite.
Très bien, je les apporte. Nouvelle répartition des actions. Voyons ça. Papier de divorce. Demande de divorce. Pourquoi est-ce que je l'aiderais contre moi? Pourquoi est-ce que je l'aiderais à demander le divorce contre moi? Ce serait ridicule.
Bon, écoute, je ferai tout ce que je pourrai pour t'aider. Je demanderai à mon père de te protéger et de faire arrêter cette ordure.
Non.
Écoute, tu connais mon père et son influence. Il peut faire beaucoup pour toi.
Il n'y a pas que moi. Il y a ma sœur et ma mère qui vont être aussi menacées.
Eh ben, il pourrait s'en prendre à ta mère. Raconte-moi tout une bonne fois.
Mais non, tu pourrais rien comprendre.
Écoute, après les épreuves que tu as subies, je peux t'assurer que tout le monde sera de ton côté. Et que à présent, tu auras plus d'amis que jamais.
Oh, ça, j'en doute.
Et moi, je peux te jurer que c'est vrai.
Tout ce que je demande, c'est d'être débarrassé de lui. Seigneur, ce que j'ai pu prier pour ça.
Il est trop méchant. Comment il peut nous faire ça?
Ah, tu es encore là.
Tu ne devrais pas être debout.
Mais tu ne revenais pas.
J'ai trouvé les papiers que tu es pressé de signer. Je les ai même lus.
Tu as bien fait. Vous avez tous mérité ce qui vous arrive. Toi, Mason, Sophia, je vous chasse de ma vie à jamais. À jamais.
Non, je n'ai pas mérité ça. J'ai fait tout ce que j'ai pu pour te rendre heureux, Channing. Et je te suis resté fidèle jusqu'à ce que tu me trompes avec Sophia.
Je ne t'ai pas trompé une seule fois.
Non, je ne peux pas te croire. Tu ne m'aimais pas. Tu m'as épousée pour mettre la main sur Brandon et parce que tu voulais avoir d'autres enfants.
Tu n'es même pas bonne à ça.
Je voulais des enfants de toutes mes forces, tu le sais. Ce n'est pas ma faute, ce n'est pas ma faute à moi. Et puis je vais te dire une bonne chose. J'ai appris à te détester comme Mason te déteste de son côté. Tu finis toujours par blesser profondément ceux qui t'aiment. Et l'un après l'autre, ils apprennent à avoir de la haine pour toi, tes enfants et tes amis. Et même Sophia. Ça me fait plaisir que tu meurs. J'espère que c'est pour bientôt.
Ça n'arrivera pas, c'est tout. Pour vous mettre à l'abri, Brandon et toi, je vous chasserai de ma vie et de mon testament.
Comment peux-tu être aussi cruel? Tu vas faire du mal à un enfant qui n'a jamais rien fait d'autre que de t'aimer. Écoute-moi, tu ne crois pas que tu nous dois quelque chose? Après la période de bonheur qu'on t'a apporté, lui et moi?
Tu peux prendre les vêtements que tu portes. Et les bijoux, c'est tout ce que tu peux espérer de moi. Tu ne mérites pas autre chose.
Tu es un vieillard méchant et maniaque. Comment est-ce qu'on peut t'aimer? Tu as près de toi seulement des gens qui veulent profiter de toi, comme ton cher Channing. Si tu n'étais pas aussi riche, tu te retrouverais tout seul.
Attends, sors d'ici.
Tu ne te débarrasseras pas de moi aussi facilement, je te le jure.